Welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T. I know it's been a minute, y'all. Know it's been a minute. Ooh, I needed that vacation. Really want no vacation, but now I had some stuff to take care of. But I'm back. Y'all see the thumbnail. Canelo and Triple G evokes some weird talks by Canelo. You know, he's saying some weird things or it's resurfacing. He's said these things before, but he's saying them again. But you know, we're going to get into that and a couple of other things. But first, y'all know the drill. Let's turn to them. Welcome back. Welcome back. Here's Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, CDT. Y'all know at the top of my hour, we do a water check. And y'all know I'm at my usual at this time of day. Here at Boxing Fans Talk TV, we advocate for the average person to drink at least 100 ounces of water per day. A gallon would be nice, 128 ounces, but we say at least 100 ounces. You never know, it might save your life, might help you through some tough times. Trust me, I know. But if you're not a big water drinker, we advocate for you to at least drink twice a day. That's first thing in the morning before them toes hit the ground, before you get your morning routine on. You know, drink you 8 ounces of water. Have it on your nightstand. You know, I also advocate that you buy you a little refrigerator. You can buy them as little as little cubes, or like 36 inches high, like waist high. Um, just to keep your water, cold, so you don't have to make that trek down to your kitchen or something. Because once you get in the kitchen, you start pulling out stuff, you start whipping up stuff. So I just try to stay out the kitchen in the middle of the night. I don't know about y'all men, but a lot of us women, we get on this bandwagon, especially if we had children, where we get used to eating in the middle of the night. And before you look up, your kid's grown or a teenager, and you like, I'm still doing this. Mm-hmm. Then you gotta need an intervention to break you out the habit. Still eating in the middle of the night, but I broke that habit a while ago. But I'm gonna tell you, the refrigerator helps. To all the ladies out there listening, the refrigerator helps Because, sometimes you just want to go down there for some water because you like cold water. The second time during the day that you want to drink some water is right before you go to bed. Once you snuggle in, you took a shower for the night, you get in your bed, you looking at TV till you drift off. Drink your 8 ounces. Even the American Heart Association agrees that drinking water at night before you go to bed is good for your heart. Um, just drink some water. There's a lot of reads going on, like revamping, recharging, rebooting, recleaning. A lot of reads going on at night, and the average person burns between 900 to 1,000 calories at night in their sleep. Talking about real sleep. I ain't talking about no cat nap. And it's important to make sure you get your sleep. If you having trouble getting sleep, not like y'all don't know this, I go through that sometimes. I hurriedly at this age try to break that cycle. Like if I get on a tangent where I can't sleep for a couple of days, I be on it. I be like, oh no, not tomorrow. I ain't going through this. I just try to wear myself out during the day. There's a lot of things you could do to try to go to sleep, but you don't want to start taking nothing or whatever. But drink your water. Like I said, we advocate for at least 100 ounces of water. I'm do a little housekeeping. Please, in my humblest voice ever, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. If you already subscribed, you don't need to hit that button again. That's for the people who've never subscribed and you're new to the show. Hit that subscribe button, but always hit the like button and share button if you watch, especially when you watching me on replay. Hit that like and share button. Leave a comment. Don't do it in another language other than English. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not trying to read it because I don't want to go through the hassle of trying to translate it, and make sure it's appropriate messages. I don't know how I got on this distro, but I need off of it. I need off of this distro where it's a little slightly inappropriate shit that they be saying. I be like, what the hell? This ain't that kind of channel. So anyway, leave a message. If you got any questions about anything that I talk about or questions about my Sunday show, hit me up at boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That's boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. And y'all see the thumbnail, Canelo versus Triple G is evoking some weird talk on his part. He said this stuff before, but he back at it saying it again. Maybe because he have to get ahead of stuff. I think Canelo is a person who's very strategic and he gets ahead of things. A lot is riding on this fight that he got coming up. And whether he win or lose means a lot either way. Destiny Black is in the building. What's poppin', Queen? Or Miss Black? Melatonin works well. It does work, but I wouldn't agree with that. You know why? Because your body already does it. You don't want to start getting in the habit of doing stuff that your body already do, because your body gonna sense that, register it as, oh, we might as well stop doing it. You don't want to throw your body off whack, because an imbalance anywhere in your body is an imbalance everywhere. If your body is working and there's nothing wrong with it, and let's say you have a problem with going to sleep, you got to find out why you're not sleeping. 9 times out of 10, you know what it is you're worrying too much. You thinking too much, because the young people don't really have this problem. You got some young people that probably they got a lot on their shoulders and they don't need to. The younger you are, the more you need to be carefree mentally. But once you start getting older, like I swear in your mid-30s or something close to it, that's when you have trouble sleeping because you're thinking, you worrying too much. Sometimes you got to say, "K Sarah, Sarah, whatever will be, will be." Sometimes that's how you got to treat stuff, because you can't, hit the serenity prayer on. Destiny said, "Y'all subscribe, like, hate, and comment. Let's get my good sis subscriptions up." Yeah, yeah. Well, she said, yeah. But Before we get into the Canelo, what he had to say, real good, I do want to say rest in peace to Queen Elizabeth II. Um, she was a remarkable queen. I know that sounds strange to probably some of you that I feel that way, but I'm very fascinated with the English monarchy. In fact, when I was studying in my master's degree program, I did not finish. That shit was hard. Still trying to work on it. But my major is European history, and she did some remarkable things. I find it fascinating, the English monarchy and how they influenced the world. Yeah, I take, when you're a historian, you take the good, the bad, and the ugly. You take everything, because it's all history, right? But I find it fascinating what the English monarchy did, where it affected the whole world, namely the Tudors. The Tudors dynasty is the one that I'm most concentrated on. They did some 500 plus years ago that affect all of us to this day, till this day. Um, a lot of stuff came out of there. The schisms, the Reformation, written or written language, like like not written language in the sense that it was never written, but for the masses, people learning how to read, like the Bible around that time. Before that, only certain people could. Copiers, and we call them early copying machines, so that you could copy a lot of important documents and stuff, and people can read it for themselves. That happened during them times. The Reformation, y'all know, was big. A lot, like when I say the good, the bad, and the ugly, all of this change in Europe led to slavery. Over here in the States, um, you can directly link it to what was going on there as to why it wound up going on. Things went on over here in the Western Hemisphere. Um, Protestant religion, capitalism, all of that stuff was born out of either right before the Tudor dynasty, but mostly during the Tudor dynasty and afterwards. And when I tell you it affects you to this day, it ain't a corner on this earth that the Tudor dynasty, from what they did and what they experienced, how it has affected us to this day, and why it was important and all that. Because without that dynasty, who knows how this world would be? Capitalism is almost like a religion. If you think about it, it's really like a religion. But all of that stuff was born out of that time, and the reasonings behind it is what make it even more fascinating, because it was born out of a lot of selfish reasoning on the king's part. Something he wanted, and he wanted to accomplish or achieve or have for himself, no different than anybody else out here in this world. But because of the way the laws and everything were set up, and the protocol, how it was set up, he had to change it. How they had to change even the religion of the country, from what it used to be. How the Catholic religion kind of diminished a little, or took a blow, and all that, during these times, and all that stuff. It's just a lot. It's just a lot. And so I'm very fascinated with that monarchy, and the top longest reigns of English monarchy was all held by women. Elizabeth II, the one that just died. Next would be Queen Victoria, her great grandmother, and before that would be Queen Elizabeth I. And them were the baddest ass monarchs in English history, all women. And even back then, it was a woman got the job by default, like if it was no other male heir or something, starting back with Elizabeth I. Trust me, if they had a male, they wouldn't have had no shine. But it's just weird. But anyway, she passed away. Now we got King Charles III. The King Charles. in monarch history is very fascinating as well. Um, he did a couple of things. There was a rift with Harry and Meghan Markle. They live in the States now. It's kind of like, as my mom called it, they abdicated. But he really left his role. They wasn't doing him a solid all the way, so he kind of left. But his father loves him. But his father made a move now, which is very interesting. You got King Charles, who is now ascended to the throne. You got his son, who's next in line, and then his son's son. So there's nobody in danger of becoming, getting in the line of succession, because Prince William, King Charles' oldest son, he got 3 children. So Harry can hang it up, but Harry is out of the line. King Charles has made what you would call fourth in line outside of William's children. Uh, what's her name? Eugenia, Prince Andrew's oldest daughter, and it probably could have been Prince Andrew had he not been in trouble in this of sorts for pedophilia. Y'all know what that what is that guy named that knew Trump? Jerry Epstein, uh, the guy that killed himself in the jail. The pedophile dude. Well, apparently, allegedly, uh, Prince Andrews was getting his freak on too with some underage girls, and so he didn't mess his whole royal career out. He didn't mess it all up. And out of all of his brothers, he's probably the one that feels the most entitled, the one that probably wish he was the king or something. But yeah, King Charles has now put his oldest daughter fourth in line above Harry. Ain't that something? But either way, rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth II. I'm sure for the UK folks, we send our prayers and condolences with you guys. She died last Thursday. Um, and, to the UK royal family, uh, prayers and condolences. Like I said, that's a remarkable monarchy. Some people might not care about it. Historically, it's very interesting to me. But anywho, our money is in the building. What's Papa Keith said? Miss C, what's up? What's up, Al? I know I was gone last week. Had some things to take care of. Destiny said, sis, I'm with my African brothers and sisters. Fuck that biatch and all them. See, that's how you be, Destiny. I'm not like that. I'm with everybody. I'm definitely with my African brothers and sisters too. It's room for everybody. God don't make no mistakes. I know you don't believe in God, but you know how I do. You know how I feel. But get on this Canelo thing. So Canelo has recently said that he won't fight Zerto Ramirez because he's Mexican. Well, we all heard that before. Canelo making the claim that he ain't fighting Mexicans and all that. And these folks let him get away with it. When I said these folks, I'm talking about the boxing community. How y'all let him get away with saying such a thing? It don't, boxing is open to everybody. Ain't no sense of being particular and singling folks out. I mean, I don't know how you get away with shit like that. I don't know why that's not a big deal to people. You let him say it. Who gonna say something crazy next? What if you had some white fighter that won everything and was at the top of their game and said, I'm not gonna fight no Mexicans? With Mexicans like that? So I mean, to me, it's the same thing. It's a form of discrimination, and you cannot bring discrimination to an open sport to everybody. That's how serious, to me, his statements are. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but that's how I feel about it. It's a serious statement. Al Money said, I thought you took a vacation since you made pound for pound, buddy for buddy. No, I ain't take no vacation. I had some stuff to do. I got caught up. I had some stuff to do. I still got a lot of stuff to do. This has been a busy year for me. A lot going on, but I got to get through this stuff or whatever. Y'all know I done blew through my cash in August, beginning of September, with all that stuff that was going on here. Like I said, I don't care who fight. Miss T ain't gonna be at no boxing shows or events no time soon. I'd have blew through all that. But it was necessary. I don't regret it. It had to happen. Destiny said, imagine if a black boxer said the same BS. Laugh out loud. It is complete bananas. It is. It's discriminatory at its core. Even though he's Mexican and he's saying it to Mexicans, you cannot allow for there to be such a thing. You can't. We don't allow it in the States. You cannot open a store nowhere in the States and say, I'm only selling to blacks, or I'm only selling to whites or Mexican. You can't do that. Nowhere in America can you get away with that shit. And the only way you can get away with it is if you can prove that your business is self-sustaining and it doesn't get no kind of favors, no kind of way from the government, especially from the U.S. government. And a lot of people think, oh, but this is my store. I own this right. I own the property. I bought the land. I own the building. No. Because the minute you use the streets, you fucking up. Now you using government shit. Do you understand? This is why, as far as boxing go, what can he gain from boxing if we gonna allow him to do that? Because only thing he can gain is belts. But wait a minute now, all the belts are nonprofit 501c's. So you getting a tax cut or a tax break from Uncle Sam, much like churches. And you cannot discriminate. That was somebody that need to hit Canelo up with. You know, the only thing that helps him get away with it is because he's an individual fighter and he can fight who he want to fight. So he can hide it in that disguise. But he already tipped his hat and let us know what he talking about. PGA's Big Dog is in the building. He says, salute Queen T. Salute King. General Big Fish. What's popping, King? He said, Miss C. What's popping? Hey, General, I wear my B for B badge with honor. Thank you. Thank y'all for bestowing it on me. I was gone, General, last week because I just had some stuff to do. I had a lot to do, and I was tired by the end of the day, every day. So, but I'm very proud of the honor y'all bestowed upon me. I saw it finally, and I was like cracking up, like, yes. Destiny said, must be nice to have the complexion for the protection to pick and choose your opponents without recourse. Yeah, he think he's slick. To me, it was more so, you know, when I say Canelo has been strategically moving around in his career, very close to ducking and avoiding. This makes it ducking and avoiding to me. I know this is old news, but he said it recently. He just said it recently. Pending his fight with Triple G, he want to make some shit clear before he get into his tay-to-tay with Triple G. Extra O is in the building, a.k.a. 2 Chainz. What's poppin', King? Said Miss T. We miss Toy Queen. What's good? The Toy Queen. PGA says, so Bud really ducking the Spence fight. Damn shame. PGAs, you know that shit ain't true. But I love you. Extra O said you. That's what he said. PG, stop the nonsense, sir. PGA said, F Canelo Triple G trash fight. No buzz. Canelo Royd is the biggest duck in boxing. God damn. PGH on his ass. But yeah, he just said this recently. I'm bringing it up because he recently asserted it again when talking about Zurdo Ramirez. You know, Zurdo moved out of 168 to 175 just to get some competition because ain't nobody want to fight him. So now here come Canelo again. Like y'all heard what I said. I don't do Mexicans. But did y'all look at the picture on my thumbnail? If you don't do Mexican, who the fuck is Julio Chavez Jr.? I'll wait in my E Thriller voice. I'll wait. Uh, Destiny said facts, PG. Extra said, I meant we miss you, Queen. Yeah, yeah. I miss y'all too. General said, your plaque is in the mail. I'm waiting on it too. Monty King Boxing said, what's great today in the boxing weekend? This boxing weekend, Boxing Fans Talk TV already. That's right. BGA said that's at Destiny Black. Bud ain't in a year, Queen. He don't want he don't want the Spence fight. Why he's scared? Y'all know PGA just be talking some hot mess. Y'all know he talking some hot mess. I love him though. He know what Bud bring to the table. I don't know what's going on with them. Them guys. I think it's a disservice all the way around to both of them. I'd have made my peace with it, you know what I'm saying? Like to a certain extent, I could talk about it and not be upset. I don't care what they do. And to the end of the day, I got Bud demolishing Spence, and I got if I'm gonna say somebody ducking, and I didn't even say which one of them ducking, but if I'm gonna call it, I'm gonna say Spence. I'm gonna say Spence. He the big fish. Make it happen. Um, Destiny say, PG, it's too early to be talking drunkish. Laugh out loud. I still love you though. Yeah, at Destiny Black, salute Queen T. Salute Queen. Tell your boy to grow a pair and make the Spence fight. Oh man, he hot. He missing some letters on that keyboard. He hot. PGH, that's your boy. That's your boy. You know it is. Modern King Boxer said, there they go. PGH Big Dog don't want that Crawford work. Nah, he don't want it. Y'all smash that like button, beautiful people. Indeed, indeed. So, like I said, modern day discrimination in broad daylight. On Canelo, yeah, it's Mexican against Mexican, but he's saying that shit for a reason. And it ain't genuine. None of the reason is genuine. I mean, I just like I said, I think about all people. Black, white, Indian, whoever. Boxing is open to everybody. You can't stand up there and make a declaration that you're not gonna fight a certain group of people. That's just discrimination. Somebody need to check his ass. If you're gonna be in the United States, don't bring that bullshit over here. In that case, Canelo, you gotta get the fuck out of my country. And that's what all of us need to be saying. You gotta get the fuck out of my country. You know what I'm saying? Period. Because he already said he done already put the man's on Bivol like he got something like he got that authority to say something. You lost, nigga. You lost to Bivol. Talking about if you lose, ain't no rematch. I ain't fighting you. Why the fuck you talking to him? He whooped your ass. Worry about the guy that's in front of you, Canelo. And this ass whooping you about to get with Triple G. So they say. I don't know, Big Fish. Triple G might beat him too. So they say. But a lot of people is having problems with it. I think one of the Garcias said that they didn't, they wouldn't altogether with that notion of I ain't fighting Mexicans. Paulie Malignaggi has recently spoke out on. He called it weird. He made the point, like I was like, yeah, he fought Mexicans before. Why, and this is not nothing new that Canelo has said. But if you think about it, he fought Mexicans before. That's why I had that picture up there with the arrow pointing to Julio Chavez Jr. saying, yep, he'll fight him. Why? Because he weak. Paulie even made this distinction. Because he know he can beat Chavez Jr., but he won't fight Zerto because it might be competition. And for some reason, he don't want it to be on his record that he ever lost to a Mexican. Why? What do you care about that stuff? Fight the best. That's all you got to do. Um, Extra O said, "Don't worry about Big Fish, Miss T, because he a arrow section number one." Oh, you got number one, Big Fish. Make them damn fight, bud. I got big money to win. Better talk to your boy, PGH. That's on Spence. PG Finding Nemo is no apex predator. He's an apex predator prey. Modern King said, "Oh, me and you, PGH, we betting, bro." Oh. They got a challenge right there. Modern King said, "At Destiny Black on his neck crunching down." And Destiny said, "Laugh out loud, Martin. PG be delusional at times. Martin, we get in this fight. I'm optimistic. We'll see." Canelo beating Triple G. Silly. Just like they last fight, I think. I don't know. Big Fish got something to say about that. But he's like I said, Paulie said it was weird. He fought Chavez before. Uh, he basically ain't fighting nobody that could give him competition. And this whole excuse, "I'm not gonna fight my countrymen or Mexicans," then guess what? It's an excuse. And now we can. I mean, now I'm ready, fully and able, ready to call him a duck. You know, he's better at ducking than most people, I would say, because he makes it look strategic. But he's a duck to me now, especially using that excuse. You know, Zerto want to fight you. Other Mexicans want to fight you, but you won't fight them for what? Get the fuck out my country with that shit. I didn't wear the uniform 20 years for that. Martin King said he quiet now. Destiny said, "Martin, when they announced Bud versus Porter, they announced the fight on September 30th for November 21st. So you basically, Destiny, you saying they're going to give 2 months. I'm not sure, Queen. Hopefully you're right. Um, at Martin King, if Bud grows some balls and make the fight, we can talk. Bud now has his ass in trouble." PGH, you make sure you come on back now. You hear? You come on back now. You hear? When Bud beat his ass, you make sure you come on back. Martin King Boxer say, "They said today that Spence has a date for November 19th. Yeah, they've been saying that. They've been saying that. I do want to let y'all know too that Clarissa Shields and Savannah Marshall card has been postponed. I'm about to drop the link in the chat. Um, their fight has been postponed, and I didn't know that shit up until like right either the day before or not. It was because of the queen passing. You know, they not burying her till the 19th. I don't know how they gonna preserve her, or do they even show the body? Because you know, with white folks, and not being funny, you gotta bury them pretty quick. Because then they start not looking like themselves. They'll get darker, and that's why they like to bury them really, really quick. Like, you know, you keep them out a long time, the whole skin and everything, they ain't gonna look the same. So I don't know why they picked the 19th. Maybe they said just to give all the dignitaries and stuff a chance to get there. But I guess they didn't want no fights or anything going down on the weekend that she passed. So rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth II. What's up? We got my girl Destiny Black, and then followed by Ronald Finkel. Destiny, the floor is yours. What you got to say about it?
For saying, this is already love to you. Miss T, stop talking about that white lady. She did
Now
nothing but terrorize our people in Africa.
you can't say that over here. You know I
Miss
don't
T,
get
she did
down
nothing
like
but terrorize our good people. She did
that.
nothing but terrorize our good
I
people over
don't
there in
care,
Africa. Leave that lady
Destiny.
alone.
Destiny,
Let her
you know I don't
let her
care
rest in
about that.
peace. Let her rest in
I'm
peace,
a
Miss T. Leave her alone.
historian. You know I'm a historian. We are
Yeah, I'm
all
glad
God's children.
go- she going on with the pissy people, so let her go be great with the pissy people. She was
No,
old as hell
no,
though, for real,
no.
all jokes aside though.
Yeah, she
She
was
was old as
old.
shit
Like
though.
my grandma lived to be 98. We should all be so lucky.
Oh hell yeah!
We should all be so
You
lucky.
know, everybody wanna be the old now. Everybody wanna buy the
I
old.
mean,
Because ain't no
I
telling what's
want to
gonna
be
happen in the near future.
as long as I got my mind and I can somewhat do for myself and go to the bathroom, stuff like that. I don't mind living that long. Her husband died last year, right before her birthday. He was 99, and then she was 96.
Well,
So they
good
had a
riddance.
long life.
Well, good
Stop
riddance.
that, Destiny. You got to stop that.
Miss T, you know what they
Girl,
did over there in Africa, right? You
I
understand what they
don't
did with
care
that
if
colonizing.
they didn't. Queen Elizabeth II didn't do that. Maybe her
Yeah, she still
ancestors
benefited. So
did.
her family still benefited from it.
It
She ain't never
don't
stopped it neither.
matter. It
Miss
don't
T, does it
matter.
does matter.
It's a
It
lot
does
of
matter.
stuff that a
Miss
lot
T,
of
it
stuff
matters.
we benefit. It don't matter.
Miss
Not
T, it does.
not in the way, in the grand scheme of things. We benefit from a lot of stuff that our ancestors
Miss
did.
T, I love
Everybody
you to
do.
death. I love you to death, my good sister. We're gonna have to agree to disagree on
Hmm.
this one. But back to
Yeah,
your
we're gonna
boy
have
Senate.
to. We're gonna agree to
Back to
disagree
Cinnamon.
on this. Go ahead. Go ahead with the cinnamon. What's up?
I, I've been told you Cinnamon was a good. He's a ducker. He been ducking. He been ducking everybody. He would never give Laura his rematch. We all know Laura tapped that ass. He would never fight the Andrade. He would never fight the Charlo. He been a ducker. And then he gives us all the excuses in the world why he won't get in the ring with Benavidez. He gets it because he don't want to fight his fellow countrymen. Could you imagine another American say they're not going to fight another American? So
I
two
can't
Americans say, "Oh,
imagine
you're
a
not going to fight.
black
I'm not
person
going to fight
saying
another
that.
American."
I can't imagine a black person saying I ain't gonna fight another black person.
Or just another American period. Another just American. I'm not going to fight because he's an American. They don't even go together.
Mm.
One of these things is not like the other. But he got the complexion for
Mm-hmm.
the protection. To get the ultimate, protection. That's how they do. That's how they do. That's the
Let
boxing
me tell
community.
you, all us military people ain't wear the uniform for this shit. If you into that discrimination and all that, I don't care who you are and what job you got in my country, get the fuck out my country with that discrimination shit.
Mm-hmm.
Straight the fuck out. No sympathy for you. Cause you
Mm-hmm.
ain't cause if we let him get away with that, what else? You give a person an inch, they could take a mile. That's just straight discrimination. And it's probably going over people's head because it's Mexican to Mexican. No, it's discrimination. He know what he doing.
Yeah, for real. I agree with that because no boxer should be saying that they won't fight their fellow countrymen. It's a sport. Like you kind of plan yourself out by saying that. Like real talk.
How do you go to the Olympics? You got to fight your countrymen then, because they got to pick a team, don't it?
Right.
Don't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, he can miss me with that, but he's saying all this stuff before the fight. When Destiny and Ron, I'm gonna get you after Destiny. Destiny had the flow. Destiny, why you think he's saying this shit or reiterating this shit before this Triple G fight?
Because I think he's afraid of having to fight the Benavidez. I think he already know. I feel like he's not confident in beating Benavidez. I feel like he's not very confident in his power to get Benavidez out of there because that man's like a damn robot. He just keeps on coming. He has zero defense, has zero footwork, but he just seems like
Yeah.
he just had a good fight. He throws like a whole bunch of punches. His combinations is fast. So I think that's the
Mm-hmm.
problem with Cinnamon. Cinnamon, he don't like a lot of pressure fighters. He does not like pressure fighters,
So you think
especially one.
Cinnamon is trying to hedge his bets because after he fight Triple G, everybody gonna say what's next, what's next. If he wins, who else is he gonna fight? He got the rematch with Bivol, but after that, who else?
He ain't gonna rematch no Bivol. You already know he's not gonna rematch that man. He gonna end up trying to fight another Hakuma Matata. He gonna try to find another Hakuma Matata to fight. That's what he's gonna try to find.
Akuda, Matana, Akuda, Matana. Yeah, he ain't gonna have no leg to stand on. I think he's
Mm,
saving face. I think
mm.
it's a lot of bravado mixed up into it and the pride, but it's under the umbrella of discrimination, and we need to call him on that. Destiny, I'm gonna go to Ronald Finkley.
Go, go
What do
for it.
you think about what I've said about Canelo and what he talking about right now? What you got on?
Well, I came in. I think like as you was finishing up talking about him, but I could reiterate what the young lady said, Destiny Black. I think that it's like this. Canelo has a pattern of how he picks his fight. I would think he might fight somebody like an Anthony Yarde, like after he disposed of GGG. You know what I mean? Like, because if he do move back up to 175, Anthony Yarde would be somebody he think he could beat. You see what I'm saying? Like, but like, yeah, I don't think he's gonna fight Bivol again, and I think he should just stay at 168 because that's his division. You know what I mean? Like, them guys up there at 175 are no joke, and I think
Mm.
all of them can beat. I think all of them can beat him personally. I don't see nobody. I think if he
Mm.
tries somebody, maybe Bawatsi. Like, see, that's the thing about Canelo. Like, I can never knock him because he has so many options, and nobody's doing what he's doing. So I can't knock him at all because the man fights everybody, and I don't know how long they're gonna
No,
give him.
we
Well,
ain't
he
say
fights
that,
everybody.
but go ahead.
He
How
moved
he
up.
fight everybody?
He left that division and he moved up. That's the way I look at it. Because when he fought Callum Smith, I was like, damn. He kind of had me in awe when he fought Callum Smith and how he broke him down. So that's when I start respecting Gigi. That's when I start respecting Canelo because nobody's doing what he's doing.
Ronald, that's
You
because
see,
he has the
Mm.
protection he has the complexion for the protection. He's able to move around and do what he wants to do like that. He's able to make these kind of weak ass moves to go fight people nobody's never heard of, like the Rocky Fieldings, the average pilgrim dude. He's able to do that because he has that protection. He has that complexion for that protection. That's why he's able to do that. That's not, yeah, you're right. He's able to do that. That's because they allow him to do that because of the way he looks. Now, that had been a black man, had Mayweather been doing all that, good daggone well. Even when they was telling Mayweather to fight all these different people, they told him to fight Cinnamon, they told him to fight Mosley, they told him to fight, then they would still complain when he did it. So, so you can't say that he's able to do that because they allow him to do that because the way he looks. Yeah, it looks great, but who are these people? Who's the Ricky Fielding? Have you ever heard of that man? Have you ever heard of Caleb Smith? He really fought the whole Smith family from England. He fought every Smith from England. Did you ever hear of these people until he fought him?
no, no, you're right. I haven't heard of where he fought him.
Exactly.
When you
Who
got
are these
Charlo, when you got Charlo Benavidez, Andrade biting at the bits to fight you, these people you gonna go pick?
They really
He's
hollering your name. Jay Rapids be hollering his name, but he don't want, yeah, he don't want to smoke with no Cuban fighters, them black Cuban fighters. He don't like them.
Only person I think could have gave him problems at 160 was Demetrius Andrade because he's so versatile. It's like I feel like
mm,
Charlo and him fighting, it'd be like just toe to toe banging. Like Jamel Charlo is more versatile than Jamal. So I just feel
Mm-mm.
like Canelo's too smart. Like he'll do other things to break you down. When he broke Billy Ho down, I was like, God damn! I was shocked how he
you
broke him down.
you know what? You know what? All you gotta do for Canelo is make him pick his big ass feet up. Same thing for Earl Spence. Make him pick his big ass feet up, and you might see a different fight because they not used to that.
Jamel's a better fighter than Jamel because Jamel was he's willing to get in the ring quicker, but Jamal does not fight as flat footed as Jamel. When Jamel fought this last time against Little Buddy, that's because old boy wasn't training him. What the man name is? The one that
Derek
speaks
Oh
real
yeah,
slow.
James.
Yeah, that one. That the slow one. Yeah, when he was fighting him, I mean, when he was fighting the dude this last time, he didn't have him as his trainer.
Wait a minute, that's not. I got it. What you say? You said Derek James slow.
Yeah, he a little slow. You know how to talk. He talk a little slow. Special. You want to set the back of the bus, the special of the bus. That's okay though. You still love him.
Will Smith.
Very
Will Smith gonna be
special.
slow too. They get hit upside the head. Like Dirk James training them like they gonna be slow eventually.
Yeah,
Concussion. No.
very special.
Yeah, but we still love him. We still gonna love him. Special is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm glad this
but
fight
yeah,
might happen though.
at this point, I can call Canelo a ducker. That's what I'm calling it. I thought somebody had checked him, and I knew it was a strategic ploy on his part, and he made it sound good. I ain't gonna fight my countrymen for the patriotism of it all, for the nationalistic pride of it all, nigga, for the duck of it all. You ain't fooling nobody. Classic motherfucking case of ducking. And it's sad, but it's under the umbrella of discrimination. And like I said, motherfucker, you got to get the hell out of my country. I mean that shit. I mean that shit. We not bringing discrimination. Because once you open the door and you let that shit slide, it's just a matter of time for black people to be catching the other boot on their neck. And we're not going backwards. We not going backwards in this country. And so we got to
What you
stomp it out every time we see it.
boxing fans talk to you? If I must say this thing, well, if you saying Canelo's a duck when he's like the cash cow, like let's say Deontay Wilder's the cash cow in America, wouldn't you call him a duck if he not fighting AJ? If he would ever fight other people and say that he don't want to take a contract in another country?
But I'm not calling Canelo a duck for just general purposes. I'm calling him a duck because he said, I will never fight Mexicans. Period. When Deontay say, I ain't gonna fight blacks, or I ain't gonna fight whites, or I ain't gonna fight Mexicans or Indians or whoever, then I will call Deontay a duck. But you cannot put the different criteria on Canelo as to why I'm calling him a duck. I'm calling him a duck because he said he won't fight a whole group of people. That's
Of
ducking.
course, yeah,
That's
of course.
ducking. Yeah.
I ain't like that.
Classic ducking
I
at
didn't.
that.
Deontay
Nobody
Walker
like that.
never said he would never fight, but he never said he would never fight AJ. He never once said that one. I don't know where that one came from because I never heard say that.
Well, put it like this.
But
Well, Destiny Black,
This
put it like
app.
this. When he
Mhm.
first came back, he said like right after AJ got beat up, he basically came out with a statement saying they offered him a contract before the fight. So to me, that's a duck because why wouldn't you like like honor that or say that like I might be
because
interested in
they
that?
would
Why
have
would
got to change over to the zone. He would have to leave PBC and go over to the zone and fight a couple of fights with the zone. That's why he turned it down, honey. That's not a duck.
you?
I see. I
You
don't
know,
even call regular folks duckers because they turn down contracts. That shit happen all the time. You know when it's more distinctive for me when I don't even like to throw the word duck out there casually. It's got to be more distinctive to me that you're ducking. Like I said, it's when it's very very obvious. I'm not gonna fight them. Why you not fighting them? Humana. When it's like that. But because a person don't want to fight with this promoter or sign with these folks, or what they gonna do? Sign with them and then everybody laugh at them how dumb they was to take a deal? Is it all smoke and mirrors? Maybe Deontay could not take that deal if he signed with PBC. We know the PBC got the non-disclosure agreement. He got everybody tied up by the nuts who signed with PBC. So we said that about who's that guy that we be like, I think D10 Blasters told us that AJ was signed with somebody and Deontay and them knew it. So it was been a conflict of interest to take the money and some. Same thing with Deontay. He signed with PBC. They got him by the balls
Look,
like they got everybody else too, to a certain extent. But Tom
Miss-
Brown said, the promoter of PBC said, it is the fighter's final decision whether they're gonna fight or not. That's what he
right.
said.
okay. Look at it like this, Miss T.
So,
Like think about it like this. Okay, Wilder
mhm.
gets hurt a lot. AJ just went through a war with Usyk, but who got hurt more? Usyk got hurt more. Like, say if Wilder come back and he win his fight, but what if he all banged up and now he loses his opportunity for 2023 for
But
fighting
from one
somebody
fight
that's
though, I don't know, Ronald. Honestly, I hear a lot of people ask that like he get hurt a lot, but from one fight, that's what I be saying to myself. Sure, all it takes is one time sometimes, but from one fight, I gotta give Wilder the benefit of the doubt. He lost. He got knocked out.
the
Okay,
way he swing,
that's a
the
lot.
way he swing his, the way he swing his punches though, he might break a forearm or some shit. Like Wilder got a lot of
It,
power,
it,
but I
it would
don't think
appear that way.
he
It
don't
would,
throw his punches right.
but it appear that way. He's also much longer than a lot of people. And tall. It's like Fury the tallest seemed like, and then either Wilder the second tallest or the third tallest. I don't know, but they
Yeah,
longer with they got long ass arms and legs. So
the,
I
the,
mean, but
the
if he
best
was
punch.
gonna break his arm, wouldn't he have
Yeah,
broke it before Fury?
well, he broke what you call it, a vein muscle or some shit in his arm once. Like he broke a vein muscle. The best punch I've seen him throw was against Ortiz that first fight when he threw that uppercut,
Yeah,
that short inside uppercut.
I
That was the
mean,
best punch I ever saw.
yeah, he set that up pretty good. But when he fought Bermain Stefern, that was good boxing right there. I think he broke something in his last fight with Fury, and everybody act like he been gone for a long time, but he wasn't gone for a long time. He was gone when you get hurt in the ring. Like if you get a cut, you have to, by their rules, sit out 6 months, 6 or 3 months. Like you cannot fight for a time period when you get a cut. If you get concussed, you will have to sit out. You can't fight. What is that? Is that you, Finkley?
He looked like he got all his faculties. No, I'm right here. What you mean? I'm in the panel.
Do y'all hear that buzzing or that sound?
Let me. Well, I'm
Like
gonna mute and see
somebody
if it's still there.
stitching something. Alma, yeah, it was you. It's all good. I can still work through. I just was wondering what it was. Al Money said,
I'm
"Big Fish, what's up, bro?"
gonna take my Bluetooth off and see what happens.
Okay. Al Money said, "Extra." Monty King. Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. Like only that man could know. He could have been concussed. It's possible when he fought Fury in that trilogy. He could have got a concussion, but I bet you Fury did too. But he broke something. He broke something or hurt something that made him sit out at least till the end of April or something like that. So now he been talking since I want to say May, June that he's coming back. So he's right on time. He's factual when he said, talking about Wilder, he's factual when he said he's just returning. But people had him retired and all this stuff and all that. So I don't know where they get that notion from. But let me ask y'all about this. Go ahead, Destiny. Go ahead. Destiny, go ahead. Oh, I thought you had something to say.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay, yeah. He said that's because Wilder said it himself that he was going to retire. Well, he was thinking about retirement and stuff like that. And once the boxer starts talking about retirement, that automatically shows that they're kind of not, their heart is not there no more. And should they really continue boxing? I don't think so. But hey, if he feel like he can keep on going, then let the man be great.
I think that weight hurt him, and now he got the weight off. We'll see. We'll see in this next fight if we think, oh man, nah, you should go ahead and take it to the house. But they say that about Chisora. Chisora had to chin check all our ass. It was like, look, motherfucker, I retire when I want to. I don't give a fuck y'all calling me old. that wasn't that long ago. They were like, all right, nigga, all right, you get back in the ring.
You know what, Miss T, I consider Deontay Wilder like a stagnant fighter. How he boxes, he kind of like sits there and waits, and then he kind of plods at you. But the point is, if he come back and he have this Salinas fight, I'm gonna just be watching to see how better he's grown since the Fury fight. So I do get that he's trying to learn better how to box. I hope it's a technical fight in a sense, whereas though he's just kind of putting stuff together, and just hopefully he can build on that and people respect him more. A lot of people respect him more. Like I don't want to just see a plot and KO like Helenius ain't boxing good, and then I'd rather see them like mix it up and do the right thing while they fighting. Put your defense on display. Because Wilder, when he have his guard up, like his guard is fucked up. Like people can hit all through his guard the way he be holding his guard up. Like he don't even be looking. I don't think sometimes when people hit him in the face.
Facts, Ron. I agree.
I mean, he definitely got to get better. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I say that about Earl Spence too. Earl Spence sit on his punches as he move around.
Facts.
I went back and watched that Larde fight, and he was trying to box a dude. But if you stand there and let him squeeze his shit off, he gonna squeeze his shit off. He ain't super fast, but some people just get discouraged with the first hit or the first thud and punch. But he sits on his punches. Now,
what's good, Al Money? Come on the panel, Al Money. We want to hear your words. You always in chats.
how you sit on your punches when you're supposed to be boxing? Like he sits on his punch through the whole match. He kind of not. I ain't even say halfway, but he's already in the ready set sitting position. Laura does it. He does it. And what did we learn from watching Laura get his ass kicked by Hurd? If you jump on them, as Sean Porter say, and you make people uncomfortable. You make them pick their big ass feet up. Let's see how they fight then. That's
That
what
was
you
Hurd's
got to
best
do.
fight, though. That was Hurd's best fight against Lara, though. Even though he got lumped
Well,
up the way he did, Lara made a mistake, but just sitting in there and like just going. Lara was on a mission that day, but like he did lose that fight against Hurd. That was a good ass fight.
mm-hmm.
That was like my fight of the
Lord,
year one
because
year.
hers stayed on his ass. That's hers way. But in the long run, is it helpful for her? Because he's steadily getting hit. He's steadily being a punch bag. I like her, but he ain't my favorite fighter because he forever getting hit. Like I
Yep.
need to see you go. I need to see you transition from offense to defense flawlessly, and whether you're blocking or whether you're moving forward or you setting traps or whatever. I need to see you flow with that shit and always kind of be on your toes. When you sit down on your punches, it's when you definitely got them hurt, and then you take them up out of there. This is why Earl Spence probably is not getting as many knockouts as he can, because throughout the whole fight he's already sitting on his punches.
Good point. Good point. And
Probably,
Ugas went away from that game plan because that was a good fight to the
Mm-hmm.
first five rounds. But then, man, I tell you, Earl just turned it up on him when he hit him with that like the 5, 6, and 7, 8th round when he like
Mm-hmm.
tore Ugas' body up. I was like, oh, this shit's over. He was tearing Ugas' body up. I was like,
It's
what the
like
hell is
Earl
this?
said, he take the will out of you.
Mm-hmm.
But was he tearing Uga's body up or his nuts?
His
Well,
nuts.
yeah, good point. Good point. Earl get away with that shit too. He be getting away with that
Don't
shit.
he
Like
know?
him and Sean Porter was the best fight though. I liked it, that fight. Him and Sean Porter. That was a good ass fight.
Hey, his symbol, he gonna start putting his symbol up the nutcracker. I'll tell you, next time I put up Earl picture, I'm gonna put up the nutcracker. From the
Yeah.
holidays, the nutcracker. It'll be
Yeah,
like
girl.
Earl Spence, blah blah blah.
Miss
Yeah,
T, you on
I'm a,
you on Instagram, Miss T? I didn't know you was on Twitter or Instagram. I gotta follow you over there.
I think I'm on Instagram, TDT or TT50, something like that.
Destiny Black. I gotta follow you too. I don't know what your handle is over there, but mine is Modern King Boxing. So if you ever
okay.
see that,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I
You
be,
Modern King. Okay.
yeah, I be
All
trying to talk to people everywhere. Don't nobody want to talk to me on Twitter and shit because I be
right.
talking mad shit.
I don't talk a lot on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't be on social media like that, honey. I really don't. I just
Me either.
social media can be a distraction at times. I be needing to concentrate on other things. My mind already be scattered. It needs
Yeah,
to be more
all
scattered.
right.
I be living life. Life be going on over here. Hey, what
Yeah.
y'all think about Shields and Savannah Marshall? Man, that shit pissed me off. I was ready. I was
Big
getting my
time.
Saturday routine. I was probably even gonna go live because I didn't know it was gonna be an all girl card, and
Yeah.
that shit gonna be tight. And you know what
Yeah,
date they moved it to? October 15th. As
yeah, I heard.
if, as if it ain't enough shit going on that day.
Yeah.
What's going
Deontay
on?
fighting that day.
Oh,
Deontay
you
what?
know what? And I thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
So guess what though? I ain't gonna lie. I gotta watch that women's card, and I hope everybody follows suit because those are real fighters right there. Not saying Wilder and them not real fighters, but these are real matchups. Like I gotta see that fucking card. All women's card.
Yeah.
That's a great card.
Well,
That's a
listen,
great
it's
card.
gonna be on the zone. So you cannot. I ain't gonna feel like I'm gonna miss it because the zone do put their fights up right after it happened. It's not pay per view, so it's gonna be on the zone. You can always go back and look at it later. But I ain't missing Deontay Wilder. But Deontay Wilder is pay per view, so I gotta make sure my stuff up and running. How you said, Destiny? I gotta get myself all the way together because I don't pay for no pay per view.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll go half with you on it. I'll go half. Like I was trying to tell people I was gonna go half on the Ortiz and Ruiz card. Nobody fucking
Mm-hmm.
responded. You can share the code, like to your if you wanna. You can share codes. I did it before with Fight TV with Clarissa Shields one time.
What you mean
Like,
Yeah.
share the like?
like if you
What's
buy the
it?
fight, you can share your code with somebody else who go half with you.
So they gonna cash app you?
No, it ain't. Well, meaning like say if I paid somebody half of the money, yeah, cash app or something. If they give me their code, then I can watch the fight. If I bought the fight last time and I shared the code with my boy Red Glove Militant. You know, I mean, you can share your code. Like at least with Fight TV, you can.
Is
So
it
I
a
would think it
limit
would
to
be the
how you
same.
share the code?
I never only did one person of a person, so I don't know if it's a limit.
I wonder. Because, like,
You
if
buy
I
it.
one of our motherfucking ass did it.
remember you used to be able to buy pay-per-view with people back in the day, but I don't know if you can still do that one. Can you still do that one, y'all?
Well,
I don't
well, I
see why
mean,
you
anything's
can't.
possible because what he's
If
saying
you got
is folks
if
will
you got
cash
different
app you
devices, yeah, and they
and
give
you
you their
buy the
code.
fight and then you get a code. But what code? Because a lot of pay-per-view I used to buy was through cable. I don't even have cable no more. I got cable, I got Xfinity, but I don't even know where that pay-per-view at no more.
A code
It
to the
ain't like
network the
before.
fights on. A code to the network the fights on. Like, cause everybody got Showtime on a Roku or whatever. You just get the code and you purchase. It's different. It's a different device situation. Once somebody buy the fight, you can watch it on multiple devices. So basically, you're just going into it with that code. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, for the slow folks like me.
Yeah.
Like it takes
Oh,
me a minute to
you're
get
not slow.
used to some of this technology. I'll be like, how you do that? My kids be getting mad at me like, oh, get out the way. Let me do it.
Okay,
But
like my boy. Like my boy,
mm,
yeah. Well, I don't be
But
knowing. I'll be first to admit
but
I don't know what I'm doing with this stuff.
yo, but
mhm,
to that point about like what I think about the fight weekend not happening with the women, I swear it
mhm,
kind of hurt my heart because
it did.
everybody was looking forward to that card. And it's funny, like everything was like the queen died, but then you have it's all women's card. So that should be symbolic because she supposedly like to uplift women. So you would think they would have let that card happen, but I think the BBOC was the ones who kind of like just jumped the gun and they said the fight was canceled out of respect. So it wasn't really the coming from the
Well, how the
hierarchy.
BB? What is the BBOC? Are you talking
That's
about the
the British
BBC?
boxing. That's the British boxing organization. Or
Boxing
something. Yeah,
commission.
yeah. They
Yeah,
decided
what?
that they
Yeah,
wasn't gonna.
yeah. Everybody been preoccupied with the passing of the queen, but
No,
Exactly.
everybody has
I
not
was
been
gonna say
preoccupied with that.
everybody over there, Destiny,
Destiny ain't feeling that shit.
Destiny, Destiny be killing me, dog.
Man,
She be
I
like,
don't know if
Miss
that's
T, get
years.
yourself all the way together. I ain't upset about it.
Not
I'm
at
saying for
all.
that nation, we have to show our condolences and prayers
No, we
for
don't
that
have to
nation
though.
because
No, we don't.
it
But
means
we don't have
something.
to.
It means something to them. It's called respect. Just like I
No,
want them to respect America,
respect is
I
earned,
will
not
respect
given.
that nation.
I
That's
never
my.
met that lady in my damn life. I ain't got to respect her ass. Who is
That's
that
their
lady? I
nation
don't know who that lady
Did,
is.
culture.
did Clarissa still stay over there? Because it's only a month off. Are they staying over there
I
until the
don't
fight comes?
know, cause they had got over there, uh, and I don't know. Like their fight was this past weekend, so they
Yeah.
they had to be over there, and you ain't hear nothing about the cancellation till this week. So I don't know what it wouldn't pay for them to come back to America and
No.
then come back. They're gonna mess up your whole equilibrium and your ability to climatize to that
Yeah.
area. You're gonna mess it up. So you might as well stay over there eating tea and crumpets for the next month. You
They
stuck
got to
like
find the
Chuck.
right grocery store to go to. They got to find the right grocery store to
Mm.
go to stay on point.
Oh yeah, chicken it is. But see, hey, when you buy chicken over in Europe, it come with the head on it.
Oh,
No
really?
thank you. Hell yeah.
That's not necessarily true now. Every chicken you buy is not gonna have a head attack.
It do come with the head on it in the grocery store.
Anywhere but see, you can buy the chicken.
Hey, I'll never forget going up in the grocery store and be like, yeah, I'm gonna give me a whole chicken. Not with that motherfucker head and them feet on it. No, I'm not.
You remember
I
the
thought
wharf
y'all
in
supposed to skin
DC?
that motherfucker before I got
Miss
to
T,
it.
you remember the
Huh?
you remember the wharf? You remember the wharf in DC? That joint used to be popping. The
Yeah,
wharf in DC. Is that still
yeah,
there?
yeah.
I used
I
to
don't
love
know.
that
I
place.
ain't been to DC in a minute.
Oh my bad. I
My
thought you
mom
was
keep
still up
talking
there.
about going up to a trip to DC to see the Black Museum. You
Yeah,
know, now because that's the newest thing. I've been through all that stuff, but except that because that's the newest thing. Since it's been built, I haven't been up there, but
I heard it's
I would
beautiful.
love to go up there.
Yep, that and the Hall
I
of Fame
love
in New York.
DC. I don't know about y'all shit. DC was the shit.
Yeah,
You
I
hear
love me
me?
some DC too. Woo, they got some beautiful
Whew,
black men. Oh, they got some beautiful black
man,
men. They
I
do.
ain't been
talk
there in like
about
20
chocolate
years. 20
city.
years. I ain't been there in
Woo,
20
what?
years. I grew up in DC. I went to all the schools in DC.
Did you?
Yeah, I went to
What
Friendly.
side of town did you live on?
I was Southeast First Capitol Street. I was right near Church Go-Go. Right near Church
Ah,
Go-Go. I
look
grew
at
up in DC.
you. You said a go go. Look, I worked at Office of Naval Intelligence. That's where I used to
Yep,
work.
yep,
Off of Silver here and be that
yep.
what is it, Suitland Parkway. I remember it was a go-go club off of Suitland Parkway. If you get right off Suitland Parkway, I think it was Naylor Road or Taylor Road, something. Man,
Yeah,
I
I know what you're
stayed in
talking
that
about.
goddamn club. Ooh, ooh,
Yeah, they
ooh.
had that over there. I remember that they had the skating ring right there, and then they had
Yeah.
that club. But I can't think of that club you talk about on Suitland Road. But I remember that club.
Uh, I always call it Light 'em Up because that was the club that I was like, light 'em up, light 'em up. And all you hear is,
Yep.
I be like, get me to a window. I don't want to pop on the test. If I knew
How old?
then what I know
I'm
now,
50, Miss T. So you must have been talking about after me, because I'm 50. So you must be like 40 or
me and
something.
you the same age, Ronald.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, I was at Club C, Club U,
Yeah.
Gators,
Yep.
Ibex, man, shit,
Yep.
everywhere. I lived in New Carrollton when he
No
Yeah.
was
clubs in
called New
existence. I was
Carrollton.
there,
Now
Miss
it's
T.
Hyattsville. What you
Miss T, no clubs
say?
in existence. I was there no more.
That
Yeah, I
stuff
can
wasn't in
imagine.
existence.
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
Destiny
No,
probably
not
like
when I was there.
35 and shit. Destiny probably like 35. She's
No,
still a teeny
I
bopper.
mean 35. No, I mean 35. May it's 42. Don't be trying to make me.
And
Um.
I lived in Howard County,
You
right
look
on
like
the
35.
edge though.
Oh, thank you.
I live right on the edge of Howard County and Arundel and but Route One. It was Route One. It was Howard County and
Yeah.
Arundel and Bowie. Is one
Yeah.
area where them three streets like kind of meet. I live right there off in the cut off of Howard in Howard County.
I used to
Yeah,
de- I used to detail Riddick Bowe's cars when I lived in Maryland, right there in Oxon Hill, like in Fort Washington, because he had a
yeah.
house right there. I don't know if he still got it there, but that motherfucker told me one day when I bought his car back, he was like, "Yo, can you just beat my wife up for me?" Because she was yelling
Oh
at him in the
shit, this
yard.
nigga was crazy, huh?
I said, "Yo,
I went
dog,
to
if I touch your
Oxon.
wife, you gonna kill me." He
I
was
went to
bugging that
Oxon
day.
Hill once. Once. Remember that movie? I used to stay in Southeast. Like the shit that I used to do, I would never allow my children to do. Or I'd be nervous as hell. I had no fear. I was all in Southeast.
Yeah.
Deep in there. When I went to the movies, everything. I did everything in Southeast. That was my spot.
Yep, Prince George's County,
Mm-hmm.
right there on that side of town, right in Southeast.
Mm-hmm.
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 I'm
Because
just
Miss
I
letting you
T,
know
actually
though.
live off.
Miss T, I'm gonna jump off because I gotta go and take this bike back. So.
I get you. I got you. What you say, Destiny?
I was gonna say that they fake ass wanna be mouth off if they be stealing over there in DC. Y'all better stop that shit from Chicago. Better stop that.
What? Do what
Stealing
now? You said
that sauce. That what do
that
they call that sauce? Their little sauce when they chicken. I forgot what it's called. You know
South
that sauce they
chicken.
be using. That sauce they be using when they chicken there in DC. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah. I don't do too many salsa. I don't know. Because I can't do spice at all. So I don't even. You know, I'm a boring eater, y'all. My allergies are that bad that I'm just a boring eater. I don't try nothing new because I just always get sick. So I stay to the same boring shit. Even when I go overseas, imagine you in a fantastic country. It could be exotic. They can have exotic food, and you step up, and they be like, "What you want?" And I be like, "Can I get a cheeseburger?" And they be like, "Bitch, you overseas?" I be like, "Shit, I don't want to be sick.
Yeah, you
Give
gotta
me
stick to what you
something."
know.
Yeah, Give me something that's normal. So, hey, that's what you think about Chris Eubanks Sr. He considering pulling his son out of the fight. I didn't even know he had that kind of pull with Conor Benn because of the weight issue. They're doing a catch weight at 157,
Yeah.
but they put a rehydration clause on it. Like, dude can't
Mm-hmm.
go up past 160. So, the next morning though. So, what you
I
think
find
about that?
that
Like, he's usually gonna do it.
it actually benefits his son more than it benefits kind of Ben. He must not be feeling confident in his son's skill. That's one thing I could think of because that's more to his son's, benefit than it is to kind of Ben. So it's kind of wild that he did do that. I saw that earlier too. Somebody had posted that earlier, and I peeped that. I think that's interesting. I think he's not feeling confident in his son. That's the only thing I can think of. What about you?
Well, see, I think it benefits Conor Benn. I think they playing games like that because Chris Eubank he fights over 160. He's a bigger guy. So if
Hmm.
he gets down to 157, of course losing weight is harder than gaining weight. And then when he gets down there, okay, cool, but now you got to make weight the next day with the rehydration. You're ensuring that he stay drained. So like even after he makes weight, he can't go drink some Gatorade or get some fruit punch or some sweet tea or whatever the fuck.
But
He can't do none of that shit.
don't he just fight at
You know,
160 though? You only fights at 160, right? So he's only having to lose 3 pounds, right? No,
I think he fights at 168.
oh, he fights at 160. I thought whatever
I
reason I thought he
believe
fought at
so.
160. Okay, sure. Then yeah, I guess it is harder, but it's
If it's
actually hard to gain
160,
weight
yeah,
too.
that would definitely be to Eubanks' favor. But apparently it ain't, but I just didn't know that his daddy had that kind of control over his, all this last minute shit, is not the business. Like even with the girls' card being canceled over the Queen's passing, I say this with all due respect. You can't stop everything. I understand some things, but you can't stop everything. And being that her funeral is until the 19th, why would you stop that card? Like, it's not conflicting with the funeral.
Makes no sense.
I just don't know. And then it was supposed to be at the O2 Arena or something, which I don't think that's nowhere near Buckingham Palace. That's where the crowd's gonna be in regards to the Queen. O2 Arena is somewhere else. I didn't get that postponement. And now he talking about pulling out his son. And they about to fight soon. Like y'all
Right?
can't they can't be doing that shit.
Don't they fight this month?
They fighting. Let me see.
Shakur and fixed to fight this month, right?
Shakur do supposed to fight at the end. Let me go through this thing. Uh, so Canelo and Golovkin is this weekend, I believe.
Right.
Stevenson and Kaseko. So Shakur is next week, September 23rd. Parker versus Joyce is on the next day on the 24th. Wood versus Lara on the 24th. Okay, yeah. Conor Benn and Eubank is October 8th. Well, they got
Okay.
some time. They got some time. I thought it was like, I'm like you. I was like, ain't they fighting next week or something? The
Yeah.
hell?
That's
So
not.
I ain't talked to you in a minute. What you think about my buddy, Isaac Cruz?
Girl, I don't know about that man. I don't follow him.
You don't like
I
him?
don't, he ain't to my liking. I mean, if you like it, I love it. But I don't really follow no other
What?
kind of people. Miss T, you already know what kind of people boxers I follow. They don't look like him.
Destiny.
They don't look like him. I'm just
Destiny.
saying.
I
They
feel
will be.
I know, I understand. I accept you for who you are. That's my boy. Look, I say I got 3 favorite fighters now. This Deontay country, this Bud country, and there's Isaac Cruz country here at Boxing Fans Talk TV. That's right. It's Isaac Cruz country over here. And look,
I got.
finally someone else other than me, it said something about Cruz plus Haney. I've been trying to match them up since last summer. We don't be
Haney,
talking about what's up? You cut off. We can't hear you. But I've been talking about Cruz and Haney since last summer. I've been saying, wouldn't it be nice if they fight? Because in one hand, you got a lot of people ducking Haney, and that ain't gonna change. But Haney can't just afford to just sit there on the shelf and be like, they ducking me, they ducking me. You go get the number 4th seed or the 5th seed or the 6th seed. Go get one of them, and that gonna be Cruz. But I'm gonna tell you, Destiny. I have never heard Haney say nothing about Cruz. Never heard him.
I mean, Miss T, let's be realistic. Haney would dog walk the fuck out of Eastside Cruz.
I don't think
He's
so, Destiny.
nothing for Haney. Nothing.
Why? Okay, why would he dog walk him? How would he beat him?
Haney is a master boxer. He's a master
I
boxer.
agree.
He has superior boxing skills. Eastside Cruz is not used to people with superior boxing skills. He's used to dog fighters like him. He's not used to somebody who's going to use their reach advantage, their footwork, their speed, all that. Their ring IQ. He's not used to that. We all know Gervonta Loaz don't have none. He has nowhere near superior boxing skills of the likes of Devin Haney. You gotta stop that, Miss T. Stop it.
Listen, Isaac Cruz, you got to name the fight where you can show that he's not used to a superior boxer with speed.
All his fights. Who has he fought that has the same kind of boxing skills as Devin Haney? I'll wait.
The closest boxer that I can say, he fought a lot of boxers and just got them out real quick. But the only boxer that has held on and gave him a good fight was Vargas. And I don't know which Vargas, but it's one of them Vargas, the one that always get his shit split. He fought Cruz real good. In my head, I was like, did Cruz even prepare for the fight? But he did a good job with Cruz. And I ain't never think, I think Devin Haney would easily beat Vargas or Tank would easily beat Vargas. But Cruz had a hard time with him. But I don't think Devin Haney would dog walk Cruz, not at all.
Styles makes fight, Miss T. You know that. And I try not to do that triangle theory, because a lot of times the triangle theory it works sometimes and sometimes it don't. So I try to stay away from that. But with that being said, Eastside Cruz ain't beat no Devin Haney, and you know that too.
Nah, I don't. D-Ray
Yes,
Promotions in the building was Papa King. He said, hey, Queen T, Miss T, and Queen Miss Destiny. No, I'm gonna tell you why I think that it wouldn't be such an easy fight. Cruz has the best. He has one of the best peekaboo offensive move in boxing today, as far as I'm concerned. Most people who do, huh?
I agree with that. He does have a good defense. He does have a very good defense.
Most people who do the peekaboo is all defense. For Cruz, it really is offense. And he has the best. Also, I think this nigga been practicing bumping his head on some shit and made that cartilage in his head or that bone around his head real hard over life. He strike me as a person who was probably headbutting motherfuckers when he was young. Because Cruz, he ducks his chin. That's another thing he do excellent. He keeps that chin tucked. And he's comfortable with it.
He does.
He keeps it tucked and he got his hands up. Huh?
But Devin Haney is not going to allow him to get on the inside and do what he did with the likes of what the little boy name is, the Gervonta boy. He's not going to allow him to do that. Devin Haney's just a superior boxer. He has superior boxing skills. He's a thinker inside the ring too. There's a reason why your boy Gervonta don't want that smoke with him. It's not just because of it's not because he thinks he's too skinny. It's the reason why. He remembers that that dog fight. No, I'm talking about Devin Haney. It's the reason why Gervonta don't want to fight him. No. He remembers that dog rule fight. He remember how Devin Haney, gave him that death match.
Yeah.
That's what he remember.
Well,
He
well,
remember that.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Cruz, he does box. Cause I sat there and watch his legs in his fights. He be on his toes. He's not the best boxer. He's not the best boxer, but he does box. Like, unlike some people who just fall in love with just their power, that motherfucker know he got power, but he will walk you down. He will catch you and he will hit you. And I promise you, I don't know. I'm just saying I don't know how Devin would take that punch.
Miss T.
I think Devin
That
could take Tank punch, but I don't know if he could take Cruz punch.
he can take Eastside Cruz. Eastside Cruz has less knockouts than Tank do. Eastside Cruz has already lost twice. He already has a drop. Devin Haney has never touched the canvas ever. He's never even seen, not even his amateur career, not even sparring, nowhere. Tank has never even put Devin on it many times as they spot or whatever, or even like when they did the Doghouse rules. Stop it, Miss T.
Then
You
they
you cut the
need
stuff. You
then
cut
they
that stuff.
need to make the fight happen because Devin don't ever mention him as if he don't exist. And I like
Oh,
Devin. You know I like Devin.
you know Devin is.
Devin got the
You know who my
huh?
top three is. You already know who my top three is. Bud, Haney, and Shakur. Those are my top three fighters, and I have Morrell
Those
up
are
there
top
too.
three.
But and I got David Morrell. I love me some David Morrell. In no particular order,
Yeah,
neither. I love all four of them equally the same.
yeah.
Now, the one who I despise the most, Cinnamon,
When I
the Finding
oh
Nemo boy.
damn.
I do not like the
Oh, I
Finding
thought
Nemo
it was
boy.
gonna who is Finding Nemo?
You know who the hell Finding Nemo is? Who else is talking about
No.
they the fish? Who else said they a fish?
Dory. Dory.
Yeah, he could be Dora. He could be whoever he wants to be. Almond
You remember
Joy,
Dory?
Person Kiss a Man.
No, you remember Dory was on Finding Nemo.
Yes, I remember Dora.
Ellis. But no, what I'm saying, listen, I'm saying, remember when I told you Bill Haney ignored me? I'm not mad at that, y'all, when I say that. I'm not mad. But he
So let me
obviously
start
ignored
you.
me on Fred's show. And I was trying to talk to him. I ain't gonna try to talk to him now. I mean, I ain't got nothing against him. He didn't want to talk to me. So I was trying to say back then, all these people ducking your son. I want him to stay active, but let him fight somebody because we all keep saying we need to see Devin fight somebody who gonna give him some adversity. And I was like, Eastside Cruz, that gonna be a good fight. I'm not
I'm, I'm
saying
sure.
Devin can't win.
I'm sure if that fight, produced itself, Devin Haney would not run from that fight because Devin Haney knows that's a cakewalk for him, bro. Like, come on, Miss T,
Well,
that's a cakewalk.
at this point, Destiny, what you call this? Isak has respectfully, and I say this respectfully, because he's a respectable guy.
He is.
I
I will
like
give you.
his. He's a Gemini too, girl. I said I
Oh
knew it was
God,
something about him, but he's respectful when he asks for certain fights. Two fights he want the most. The first and foremost is a rematch with Tank, but he want a full camp to rematch him. And then
mm.
Tank says no, and he asks for Devin. Now he's asked for Devin twice now, and Devin
But
won't even mention his name.
I guess because Devin don't feel like he's a threat. But I feel like if they actually came up with a real proposal, Devin's not gonna turn down that fight. You best believe that. Devin wants all the accolades and all the credit. Only person I feel like is ever gonna give my baby any problems out of Devin
It's
is
Shakur.
gonna be my baby Shakur. Yeah, Shakur is the only one I feel like is gonna give
Yeah,
my
I do
baby.
too. I do too.
I
But
would never want to watch. I would never watch that fight. To be honest, Miss T, I would never ever watch that fight because
you
I
couldn't
cry.
watch that fight.
I'm not gonna watch it because I'm gonna cry. 'Cause they
Let me
both
tell you
both of
something.
my baby.
Once Haney complete his trilogy, whatever he got to do, because he got to fight Cambosos next, wash his ass. Loma Chico got to fight this year, so I don't know when Devin's next fight gonna be on the top rank, but he gonna fight somebody. I'm sure it ain't gonna be nobody I want him to fight. But whenever he wash his ass, like I said, come spring next year, I don't know how many times this man got to ask for a fight with Devin. Devin won't even mention his name. I got to be fair across the board.
No,
And
I,
he asked for him respectfully.
You know what? I'm gonna ask Bill Haney myself about that one, man, because I love Bill Haney. But see, I don't think he probably ignored you on purpose, though. I really don't believe that. That just don't give me Bill Haney's energy. He probably has so
Yeah,
many
I
people
don't
coming.
think he liked that. I know, but it was obvious. It was like it was obvious. You know, I kind of had to back off. I kind of had to back off and say, "Oh, he must not want to talk to me." I didn't take it personal. He didn't know me. I was a call in. I was on Fred's show calling
Oh,
in. You know,
okay.
and I was trying to, and I said, "Mr. Haney, Mr. Haney." I know he heard me because Fred and them heard me. And then
Mm.
when we talked about it again later, I said, I guess I don't know if he heard me, but I think he heard me. And then they started laughing. Said, yeah, he heard you. So I don't know, but he was beaming in to get at Fred neck that night. So maybe
Mm.
he was preoccupied with trying to get at
So
Fred
that's
neck.
preoccupied because there's been other people when he's been on somebody else's neck that people be calling in or even write him in and he don't respond. He stayed talking like he was talking to the little boy Javante's people. He was on
Mm.
somebody's show talking to them. So I don't know. I just find that kind of bewildering that he would even do that. That's just because he doesn't give me that energy usually. He's never gave me
I
like
still
asshole.
like Bill Haney. I totally like the Haneys and
Asshole.
respect them and all that. I ain't got no hate on no discontent for Bill Haney. That's just my experience with it. You know, I ain't
He's
mad.
just,
I don't try to think I'm crying about it or mad about it. That was just my experience.
it's just kind of assholeish of him to do that though. I'm just saying, just really taking me aback that he did that to you. I'm sorry he did that one to you.
It
But
could
I'm
be
gonna
a
ask him about that.
misunderstanding.
No, I'm just
It
gonna
could
ask
be
him
a
about it.
misunderstanding. But I
Mm.
do want to know that. I'm not trying to set Devin up for failure or nothing. I'm just saying when Devin got all these people, as he had to make that slogan, they say everything but fight. Well,
Mm-hmm.
you got some hitters. You got what's that new guy, De Los Santos, who just beat that dude Venezuela
Oh,
or
you talking about, yeah, my
yeah,
boy El Ray. Girl, when I saw El Rayo take that L, I was thoroughly like shocked because El Rayo was supposed to be that dude. I was really
yeah.
shocked. I was really shocked the way
Everybody
he
was shot.
defeated.
Yeah,
And
is it
Santos,
Michelle Rivera? Is it
who?
Michelle Rivera 135? Michelle Rivera, the one that think he Ali?
Girl,
Is he
I
135?
don't know. I know you. I'm ain't gonna play with you.
I'm asking, isn't he 135? I'm just thinking of these 135
He's
pounders.
either 130 or 135. Yeah, but I'm
I
not
can't
gonna
remember
entertain.
which one he was.
I'm
I know
not
he
gonna
think
entertain.
he Ali.
Yeah, he be
But I'm
wearing
just
Ali stuff
saying,
on his shorts. He's from Puerto Rico, right?
yeah,
He's a Puerto Rican.
I don't know. He's some kind of Hispanic. But if
Mm-hmm.
motherfucking Nico Ali Wash do another 4 rounds, I'ma scream.
Right? Can he go up to six now? Like, can we go up to 6 rounds?
If
He's
he
been
do
fighting for
one more
4 rounds
again,
for the last 6 years.
I
I know
know,
he's
I
coming out.
know.
The,
One
the
more
gutter, but
again. Look, you know what I be saying? One more again, I'm gonna scream.
he do be
I'm
doing
like,
them four
boy,
rounds, brother. You need to cut the
I'm
shit now.
like,
It's time for
man,
you to
if
move up
you
to
don't
54
sit
seconds.
your ass down till you ready to go past 4, I can't
He do.
take it no more.
He got a hell of a chin though, because he be getting caught a lot, and he just don't ever seem like he's buzzed. I just be kind of surprised.
He's
And he
getting
he
better.
got a punch. Yeah, he's
He's
definitely
getting
gotten
better.
way better. For somebody who
He's
picked up the
getting better.
sport like late in life, he's doing okay.
How
He's doing
late
okay.
did he pick it up though?
But he was like 22, 23.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I thought
Al
he was
Money
in his
said,
20s.
I just got this text, Al Money. He said, I don't try new foods either, Miss T. I sure can't afford it. I can't
Um,
afford it.
I
Miss
don't
T
try
can't.
something new, but it depends on what kind of meat it is now. It's something weird. I'm not gonna eat it. I'm not eating no Bambi. I'm not eating no Pampa. I'm not eating no kind of gators, frogs, anything weird. If it's not chicken, beef, or pork,
No, Bambi.
I'm not gonna eat it. It's
Let
just
me
if
tell
it's
you, them
and
loose, them
no, I'm not eating.
deers
That's
up in
no, no, Miss T.
if y'all ever drove 95 north, south, or whatever, when the Virginia area, And I mean, you could be on either lane of the traffic, left or right lane. I'm telling you, there would be deers sitting right behind the fucking white line, like behind the part where if your tires go over, they make that noise. Them
Mm-hmm.
motherfuckers don't budge. But these retarded backwards ass deers down here in Georgia, motherfuckers jump right up in your car. I swear one ran into me years ago. And ever since then I've been scared ever since. But
Yeah,
them damn deers in Virginia, they might as well be a moose. Them motherfuckers big.
yeah, I'm not eating anything odd. I'm not eating nothing that's odd. That's just out of the norm. It's chicken, beef, or pork. That's something I'm eating. And I eat
Mm-hmm.
kind of weird. Some of them vegetables be odd too. I'm not eating some of those odd ass vegetables. I don't like seaweed. It tastes as grossness. Ew.
Mm.
Yeah, seaweed before it's nasty. It's gross.
I finally had about a month, maybe 6 weeks free from being in the ER from them pumping my ass up with steroids. Y'all know I had them allergy reactions,
Yeah.
and I just changed a couple of things,
Mm-hmm.
and my food selection because I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know, I didn't know that I shouldn't eat these things, and I haven't been in the ER in 6 weeks when
So what
normally
did you
I go
change?
every 8 days. Hmm?
So what did you change then? What did you change in your diet selection?
Well, apparently my body makes an abundance of histamines all day,
Oh,
every day. Even if I don't need any, it makes an abundance. So I have to stay away from histamine rich food. And I've been doing that. And if I crack food open or open food to eat, I eat it right then or I don't eat at all. When you put food in the refrigerator, a lot of buildup of histamines get on your food too. So, because all the time when I come in, they be like, "What did you eat this time? What did you?" And I told y'all I don't even try new foods, and I can't tell them. I was like, "I've been eating chicken. I don't know why it's bothering me now."
you think
And
it
I'm
got
like,
something to do with you think it has something
hmm?
to do with the stuff that they put in our food though? Why your allergies are so bad? Like all the
it,
like
it could be a
terrible things.
it could be a it could be a combination. I know that I'm allergic to a lot of stuff that like how people like to spice up their stuff, but
Yes.
I didn't know that my body how it makes histamines. Everybody makes histamine, right?
Hmm.
But I make an abundance of it. It's not good.
So
So then if
do
you
they have some kind of call? I mean, do they have like a name that's for your? I mean, because it's definitely a disease of some sorts. I mean, it has to
I
be.
have autoimmune disorders, not to be confused with HIV. Because people say, you got HIV. No, I don't.
Oh my God,
Auto,
see, that's just ignorance.
autoimmune disorders. People who got
Rheumatoid arthritis
autoimmune
is an
disorders,
autoimmune disease. Yeah,
yes.
rheumatoid arthritis is
Alopecia,
autoimmune. Yeah, alopecia.
alopecia,
I,
lupus,
yeah, lupus. There's a whole bunch of
Graves,
things like Graves' disease. Yeah,
Hashimoto's,
yeah,
hypothyroidism. That's what I got. Hypothyroidism. And I have an
yeah.
overactive immune system. So when you have an overactive immune system, everything that your body fights, I make triple the amount. Like y'all have a
Psoriasis.
normal amount, I'm making way too much. Hmm?
Yeah,
So
psoriasis is
histamines
autoimmune.
is
Yeah,
one of them.
that's ridiculous. They actually have HIV. Do you understand what autoimmune?
No, not everybody. But when you say autoimmune, you just have to be careful because it's real close to HIV or or something.
Deficiency,
Auto.
yes. Autoimmune, yeah, autoimmune. I mean, disease is different than
It's
autoimmune
human.
deficiency.
It's human immune disorder. That's what
Hmm.
a virus, human immune virus or something like that, versus auto auto immune disorder. It's when your body attacks itself. Basically,
Mhm.
I have an overactive immune system,
Yeah,
so
but they don't
it's
have a
good.
specific
I
name
don't
for
never
yours.
catch none.
They don't have a specific name for
Eczema.
yours, though.
I have an
No, eczema.
overactive immune. Yeah,
Not
eczema.
that they don't have a particular
Eczema.
name for your allergies, though. The reason why your histamine
Oh
is
no
so.
no no no. I have no. What it is you can have certain disorders. So I have food allergies. I have environmental allergies, but mine turns severe. Like my body seriously attacks itself. So I got stuff like angioedema. So like
Mm.
when my body is attacking itself, it's doing shit like swelling up my throat, and I can't breathe.
Not your legs,
Huh?
not your legs, not your legs or your arms.
I get swollen everywhere, but I only
Oh
go to
wow.
the ER for my neck and above. Like when
Oh,
it swell up my
it's really.
tongue, I can't close my mouth. I can't
Oh
shut my
wow.
mouth. It be my lip. I be thinking my lip is gonna burst. My eyes, my ears. I can't even
Oh
touch the
wow.
hair on my ears. It be so much pain. I get
Oh wow.
swelling inside of my torso and my organs, and they be touching, the parietal sac, and I mean they be touching the bones, and I be like, oh, I be in so much pain. My feet, my fingers, everything, everywhere you name it. But
Oh wow.
when it can be deadly, I have to go into the ER, which I be going like every 8 day because it's my throat, my tongue, my lip. I can't breathe. So then they have to give me a cocktail of steroids and histamine fighting drugs.
Was it prednisone or prednisolone? Which one did they usually give you? Or
It
they
be
give you like
prednisone, it be other stuff. It be Pepsid,
a Pepsi for your,
Benadryl,
well, Pepsi is
Pepsi,
usually
yeah.
for like the heartburns.
It's an antagonist though for
Mm.
histamine. So yeah, I
You're
mean,
right, 'cause you're absolutely right. I forgot they used to use that sometimes. They would give you Benadryl and Pepsi as a combination for some allergies.
yeah,
But
to take away
maybe
swelling.
I am I'm doing canvassing to
Right.
register voters. I'm being canvassing to register voters, to register people to vote because we need to get Hot
Oh
Wheels
yeah,
the fuck
yeah.
up out of here. We got to get Hot Wheels the fuck up out of here. Hot
I
Wheels
like
got
Joe
to.
Biden. I like Joe.
Well,
Funny as
I'm
hell.
talking about Hot Wheels. I'm talking about
What
my
is?
governor. I'm talking about my governor. We got to get
Oh,
Hot Wheels.
oh, oh,
Yeah,
John
we got to
Kemp.
get.
Yeah, that
No,
motherfucker. Not
no.
not John.
Gregory Abbott,
The
girl. Gregory Abbott.
Abbott. Yeah, wheelchair
Yeah,
bound.
yeah.
What you
Hot Wheels.
call that dude
Hot
on
Wheels.
X-Men?
You call
You
them Hot
said
Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna say that. What you got, Xavier?
No, exactly. Was a good dude. No, this nigga's Hot Wheels. We need to push his ass right in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, Hot Wheels. Nah,
Yeah, we
look, I'm
don't.
sorry, God, I couldn't resist, but he do some dumb shit. That
Let's
governor of
see.
y'all's,
The worst
but we got.
governor on planet Earth.
Yeah, listen,
Him
he
and
can't
Ron
be no more
DeSantis.
worse. He can't be worse than motherfucking John Kemp. And then we got Herschel Walker running for the Senate. I don't give a fuck if he did make a touchdown or two. Get him the fuck up out of here with his retarded ass.
Let's
He
see.
got to.
I only know his name like briefly though. I don't really know who he played for. I do know he played football, but I don't know nothing about this man besides he retarded. That's all I do know. He's very
He got
special.
that CTE. He got that CTE. I guarantee he do. He was big. He was as big as Bo Knows. Remember Bo
I
Jackson or
used
whatever.
to Bo
Yeah,
Jackson
he
now. I love to Bo Jackson.
Herschel Walker was big back in the day, especially on the East Coast, man. I don't know what college he came out of or what football teams. I don't remember the football teams either. But I know on the East Coast, shit, everybody knew who Herschel Walker was. But
Mhm.
he retarded as a bitch. Got a nerve to be running for Senate. I'm like, nigga, get the fuck out of here. Yes,
Mhm.
people, voting is coming up. You can early vote. Like I'm going to vote next week.
Yeah.
You can early
It,
vote now.
it's always the first Tuesday in November. That's when you're supposed to vote. I mean,
Right.
that's when
That's the
the
last.
actual day of voting. But yeah, she's right. But
Right.
certain places are able to vote early, and certain districts do too. And you have to figure out which ones will allow you to vote early. Not every place you can just go vote early at, because we have a lot of
Hey,
Republicans who try to
we trying to get
block the vote.
Stacey Abrams. We trying to get Stacey Abrams up in here. She should have won it last time,
We
but
still
that
should have.
fucking Kemp dude, he cheated her. He cheated her, so we trying to get her up in here. I mean, just be sucking what's his name, Trump, Yoo-hoo, you know what I'm saying? They just be kissing his ass like too much. I just be like, man, they run them commercials all day, every day down here.
I
Herschel
just want them to
Walker,
forget.
motherfucker is a lie, huh?
He's crazy. He's that dude is crazy. I know when he was like out there campaigning.
Yeah,
I mean, campaigning for the Orange Hitler dude. He's crazy. He's batshit
yeah.
crazy. He's
He
crazy.
he
But
His wife was like, he tried to choke her to death and put a gun to her head and shit. I'm telling you, this motherfucker got CTE. He said,
Girl,
"Oh, I did a lot of training at Quantico." Is his commercial look stupid as hell? He be like, "I did a lot of training at Quantico. You know, I was trained to be a spy, but I probably shouldn't have told y'all." And then he like he scrunched his face up like, "Oops, I probably shouldn't have told y'all." Nigga, shut the fuck up.
that's your too. I'm
You
glad you
full of
representing
shit.
Georgia. We got enough crazies here in
See,
Texas. We don't need any more crazies. I'm tired of the
now,
crazies in Texas.
now he said he was trying to be a spy, right? That's why I know he was lying. He talking about he did training at Quantico. Nigga, I already know you lying right there.
Missy, you gotta pray for him, Missy. You just gotta pray for him. Remember, you always tell me pray, whatever, whoever you praying to, go pray to that dude for him. Pray to whatever person, entity that you need to go pray to for him, because he's crazy. He needs he
Yeah.
needs something. He needs
He
something.
got CTE. Football fucked him up. That's what it
Did
did.
you get the check for that? A lot of those football
Huh?
players did end up collecting a check. A lot of those football players did end up collecting a check, especially the black ones. Because remember, they try to block the black players from getting that money. The NFL did. Do you remember that big old? Do you remember that? Like that was
Shit, I can't even remember.
vaguely kind of. Yeah, but he might want to go collect his own check though, because he seems a little crazy.
Yeah,
He
because
seems a little
I
crazy.
remember his campaign, his picture they used to have, like right before he went to the NFL. He kind of got his hand on his hip. It's not a female pose, but he got his hand on his hip, and he got one leg kind of out, and he got on like the little cut off shirt that don't have sleeves, trying to show his big ass body. You know who was big?
Yeah.
The the dude who they was to RG3,
Oh
the one
yeah,
who went to the
The Reggie
Redskins.
dude. Yeah, the Reggie
That
dude.
nigga had a big ass head.
Girl, he got me
His
put in
head was
Facebook jail.
humongous. Now he
He
play
got me put
what?
in Facebook. He got me put in Facebook jail for 30 days.
Oh, you
I don't
was
like the
in
RG3 person. Yeah, I was in Facebook jail for 30 days because I do not like that man. I do not like him.
You arguing with somebody?
Yeah, him. And he put me in Facebook
Oh
jail for
damn.
30. Yeah. So I do not like
Oh
that man.
damn.
Yeah, he reported me.
Damn.
Because I told him something about I'm gonna roast your ugly ass family next. So then he reported me to Facebook and I went to Facebook jail.
Oh shit.
So,
Yeah,
I
Facebook
do
be
not-
tripping, man.
yeah, that's why I don't be on there no more.
Facebook
I don't be on social media, period. Because I always
Facebook
go to
really
jail
will shut
somewhere.
you down. They'll
Yeah, I
shut you
always go
down
to jail
quick.
somewhere. Yeah, they do. And I always go to jail
Yeah.
somewhere, so I just don't get on social media at all. I'm tired of going to social media jail. Hey, don't nobody have a couple
you
money on the books?
you
Come
better
sit
get
down
some
here for
act right. Look, you better get some act right.
stay away. That's my
they
act right to stay
they gonna
away.
put you all the way together.
That's why I just stayed away altogether. I just like, you know what, let me just be on my bestest behavior and just stay away. And not say anything mean or
Yeah.
nasty. So Miss P, you be trying to
Hey,
provoke
did
me.
you
We were
see
trying to
that?
talk about
Look, I know this is a
what?
different subject. Did you see that snippet with it's on Fred's show, Barbershop Conversation. Shout out to you, Fred. Um somebody named
He's a,
Southpaw.
he's a Republican.
South
I don't know. Fred likes the Republican, the
I've
Republican
seen him
party.
on the show before. I swear he was on the show with you before. His name's Southpaw 773. Girl, go look at it.
That's
I
who
don't even know
Southpaw
if I should be even. You know who he
yeah,
is?
yeah, I know who he is. Yeah, what's up with him?
Girl, go look at that snippet. He was on Fred's show and tell me what you think of it one day. I don't even know if I should
Now,
comment
which
on
one is
that.
it? Is it like the Mexican one or like the black one?
He looked maybe Puerto Rican or something. I don't know. He don't look black.
He's Mexican. He's Mexican. He's from Chicago. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
know who you're talking about.
he's from Chicago.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
this
know who you're
nigga
talking about.
crazy as a
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah, I think he
This
be on
nigga
coke though.
crazy.
I love him
He be
though, but
on.
I do think he's a little high though. I do think he be a little high. And he love
No, he
black
was
folks though.
snapping. He was
He love
snapping.
black
I was
folks.
shocked. He loved black folks.
He do.
He
He
was
love us,
snapping. I
girl.
was like, what the fuck? I said, man,
Yeah.
I'm scared to even critique that shit.
And he looks like he is black, so I'm kind of baffled by him. So I'm not really sure, but he sounds like a Mexican when he talks. So I'm kind of baffled by him. But yeah, he be getting underneath
Look,
Mexican skin. He be
look,
ruffling some feathers.
go look at that snippet Fred had. It's so much that I could. I'm just wondering what was you doing? But that
What was
dude was
going on
snapping.
there? Let's go to Fred show because he be talking about some stuff I'm not interested in. I don't want to hear about his Republican thoughts. I don't care about those ones.
No.
Do not care about Yeah.
Fred got a vendetta against the Republicans. I hear you, Fred. I'm not Republicans, Democrats. You got a vendetta against Democrats. That's why he don't like. I would swear I would love to know what a Democrat actually did to him. Because Fred, you ain't speaking for the masses, man. We see right through that. You're not speaking,
No, but
like trying to talk to. But
the black election, though, black men voted. It was more black men that voted for Trump in this last election than they've ever voted for a Republican in the last, I think they said 60, 70 years since the
yeah,
Democrats and, Republicans switched roles or whatever. And it was kind of
but
baffling because
that's
their
but see,
body all that, macho man,
mhm.
ultra sexism
It's
BS.
what it is. What it is a Dixon contest with black
Hmm.
men, and they not getting their power in their way in the Democrat Party, so they want to shit on them because you act like the world will be better off with Republicans or with Trump. They gonna learn. They gonna learn that is not the case. When y'all motherfucking ass get older and ain't no Social Security, don't cry.
The
Do
funniest
not
part is
cry.
black men love to holler about prison systems and all this stuff.
Yeah,
But Donald Trump was the first president in the last 105 years who put people to death. And out of the 8
yeah.
people, 7 were black men. And it was only one white
Mm-hmm.
woman he put to death. And that was the white lady who killed that lady about her baby, the Bobby lady. She killed that Bobby lady about her little baby. Yeah, but
Yeah,
out of the 8 people he put to death, 7 of them were black men. And one of the black men didn't even commit murder. He just happened to be there
he's
after the fact.
he's still the same guy. Trump was the guy who still wanted those black men to stay in jail in the New York Five or
But he
whatever.
wanted to
But
know.
I mean,
He wanted to death penalty for rape. He wants to reverse the death. He put out that ad in the newspaper for the
right.
Central Park Five, as they call them. Yeah,
But y'all
that's
listen to Fred if you want to. Then when they don't got no medical, when y'all don't got no medical, then don't cry. Don't cry. It's gonna be gone.
he's the
Don't
same one
cry.
who said Black lives don't matter. Blue lives matter. He's the same one that was proactive. Increasing police forces and giving them more money and all that other kind of stuff. This is the same dude. This is the same dude that y'all say that's good for black communities. This is the same dude
Mm-hmm.
who's definitely trying to lock more of y'all back up in prison. This is the same dude.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same dude who reversed what Obama did when he made federal prisons unprivatized and he made them back. He
Mm-hmm.
didn't make federal prisons. Yeah, this is the same dude who made sure they was not profiting off of bodies in prison,
But y'all
which
keep
majority
listening
of the
to
bodies.
Fred.
Yeah, y'all keep on going
I
over
gotta
that.
get on. I gotta get on you, Fred. Keep listening to Fred. Don't vote Democrat. Vote for Republicans. Keep listening to all these angry black guys. Don't vote Democrats. Vote Republicans, and we see how your life is. Miss
Well,
T
don't
gonna
vote
be
Democrats
okay.
either. Don't vote.
Yeah.
Don't vote.
I mean,
No, don't vote. Do not vote for them. Damn.
vote for
Um.
who you want to vote for.
Vote for progressives. Vote for progressives. Do not vote for those damn corporate Democrats.
Listen,
We're tired of corporate
look,
Democrats.
look. I'm a Democrat. I'm a centrist. You got to vote for your needs and what you want.
No, you vote for
You ain't
no.
go
You
to
got to
me.
vote for
You're not gonna
progressives.
go wrong voting for progressive or Democrat. To me, you're not because they're gonna work with you. They're gonna work with you for
Progressive.
what you.
The corporate Democrat is no more than a souped up, more of a polished
That's not true. That's not
recycled thing.
true.
Yes, they is.
That is
Yes, they
not
is.
true, girl.
Yes, they is.
Bernie
Yes, they is.
Sanders, old fake wannabe,
First of
raggedy,
all, first of
fucking
all,
old ass, bitch
first of all,
ass, trick
what we
ass.
want to do, what we want to do is y'all Bernie. That's what we want to do. Everybody wants
Look,
to flip the
let me
farm.
get you together. Let me get you together.
We not gonna drag Bernie though. That's what we want. You know
Nah.
what? Not you saying all that stuff though. Let's be realistic though. Your boy, my boy, our boy Obama, he was definitely a progressive when he first started off running. He became a corporate Democrat because he had to go that way. They made him go
Stop
that way.
calling it corporate. It's nothing wrong with a Republican. Listen. It's nothing wrong with a Republican or a Democrat being a centrist. It's nothing wrong. If I'm a vote for anybody, I'm voting for a centrist person, and that's because they want to compromise. There's nothing wrong with the word compromise.
No,
I'm
Miss
not
T.
voting for no extreme on either end.
No, Miss T. What's extreme about allowing people who cannot afford to send their children to college, allowing free college for those who make under $250 a year? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with like having people go
And
to college?
Hillary Clinton was cool with that too.
Now,
she's a centrist.
now,
Yes, she was. Don't hey,
now,
look, don't say nothing about my girl. Don't say
now.
nothing about my girl Hillary.
What's wrong with reform? What's wrong with police reform? What's wrong with police reform? What's wrong with that?
Hillary was saying that too.
No, she was the main reason. Her damn husband, the main reason why we had all the damn terrible stuff.
Stop saying that. Unless you're gonna tell me which prison reform thing that they wrote. They wrote federal level.
Three strikes you're out. The crack cocaine law. Yes, ma'am. Those. Yeah. You're welcome.
So did that affect federal or regular prison? Did that affect federal or regular? Me too. I got a degree in politics.
All of them. It did. It affected all of
them. No, it didn't affect regular prison.
Yes, it did,
because federal governments cannot write laws for state.
No, federal government actually does. No, federal government actually does overwrite state laws. You know that, Miss T. Now you know that.
No, they can't. No. That's not how it works.
Miss T, you know how it works. I'm saying federal law can't overwrite a state law.
No, it doesn't overwrite it. What happens is the state law, a state law cannot override a federal law.
Yes, but a federal law can override a state law. A federal law can override a state law. I'm gonna give you an example.
But listen,
somebody's in jail, right? No, but see, let me finish though. You have somebody's in jail, right? So they already exhausted all their state laws. You know, they went through like, you know, the state Supreme Court. But if a federal judge steps in and says, hey, your civil rights or whatever else was violated, and they overturn that conviction, guess what what's going to happen? That person's getting the hell out of the damn prison. And unless they take it to the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court says the federal judge was out of pocket. That's the highest law, Supreme Court.
But listen to what I'm saying. We got to be careful how we say things. It's not that they're overriding. If your thing falls in the jurisdiction of a federal law wins. If your shit doesn't fall under federal jurisdiction, then it belongs to the state. The governor owns that. So the Joe Biden could have wrote whatever law he want as a U.S. federal state senator. He could only affect federal laws. He could not do nothing to Pookie and Ray Ray and them. That was the governor of their state. And you keep electing these Republican fugazi ass governors like Greg Abbott, like you said, Hot Wheels. And I'm going to say John Kemp. If you say Hot Wheels, then I'm going to say John Kemp. You keep electing governors like that, you're going to get screwed. They take the federal law, state makes it more strict. They can never go under or override a federal law. That's what they can't do. And people sometimes it's more beneficial for you to fall under federal jurisdiction than to fall under,
You know who's actually never a real who's never really a real Republican, but he was the governor and he was I feel like he was a Republican name only, but he had more progressive ideology. Not Mitt Romney, but Mitt Romney kind of had like some progressive ideologies too. But no, he had a lot of Republican ideologies too, though. But John Huntsman, you know, he was the governor of,
you know what? I knew with his fine ass. Girl, look at you. Girl, he fine as a bitch. You crazy.
He must have ate it.
Girl, you crazy. I would give him some of this chocolate swirl.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
John Huntsman fine as a bitch.
Yeah,
You
she
don't
is
see
delusional,
that.
y'all. No,
She
I've never
crazy.
seen it.
Look, and
I've
she
never
don't
seen
like
it.
no white. She don't like no white guys, so none of them
Nah,
gonna be fine with her.
nah, they're not.
I
That's
tell
just
you,
they're not gonna
I'm gonna tell
happen.
you, a lot of black girls say John Huntsman fine with them big old
No,
lips. Well,
no. A
shit.
lot of us do not. No, no, ma'am, no, ma'am,
Well, you
no.
don't like white. You don't like white guys at all. So I'm
I don't
not
like
talking
nothing that
about
don't
you.
look like black. I don't like nothing that don't look like black. I love them all. I love all shades of black. Black, white, black. I
Yeah,
mean, a black Puerto Rican, a Dominican. I
John
mean, a
Huntsman.
black
He got
Dominican,
a
a black
tint to him.
Cuban, a
He
black
got a
Arab. I
tint to
love
him.
everything that's black. Nah, Miss T, no,
He
ma'am,
has a tint to
no,
him.
ma'am,
He got an
no, ma'am,
Indian tint. I'm gonna tell you like this.
ma'am.
I would say it like this. Him and his family, they're a cute family. They're a cute group of white folks. There they
Daughter though
are.
is Bachelor Tracy though. I do not like his daughter, Abby Huntsman.
Abby Huntsman, she got on my
Yeah,
nerves, Miss Goody Two Shoe, but she's a cute girl too. Abby had it going on. You know Abby had it going on.
no, she look damn ratatouille. That big rat face ass lady. Stop it. She's like a female version of ratatouille. Stop it, Miss T. You have to stop.
Oh,
Stop.
she is crazy. Justin is crazy. Let me tell you, Mr. Huntsman, you can knock on my door any day.
All
Sorry,
the
Miss
black men,
Huntsman.
all the beautiful black brothers that have sense, knock on my door any day. All you sexers stay over there. All the sexers stay over there. But all the beautiful black brothers come our way. Shawty swing. Misty, what
It's
do you
only
think about Beyonce's album though? Misty, what do you think about Beyonce's new album? I'm a
who,
Beyonce stan. So what do you
who
think about
is
her new
that?
album? Beyonce.
Y'all, what about her daughter Apple?
I said her new album, Beyonce new album,
Oh,
Beyonce's.
I haven't heard it.
I love it. It's so
Uh,
great. It's so
you
gay.
know who I like
It's
out of Texas? Who I was a
who?
bigger fan over Destiny. I like Destiny Child. Don't get me wrong. I like Beyonce, like Destiny Child. So the Beehive do not come for me. I do like them, but I was more into In Vogue when they came out back in the
Girl,
day.
that's not Texas though. That was I think it was like Shorty was
That
from
was my
Texas.
goddamn generation, damn it. I was into them more so than I had got into Destiny Child.
Yeah,
Destiny
I think
Child and all that, they was
that's
back to
though.
back.
Yeah, Destiny Child was my age group because Beyonce is literally my age.
Yeah.
But I'm saying though, but her new album though, Miss T, you got to hear it. She said that she looked a mess. She was hitting that chanting. Who she was hitting it?
Well,
She
see,
said, yeah,
and
it was like
another
it's so,
girl, my other girl out of Texas, Baduism. Girl, you better
yeah,
know
yeah,
it.
yeah. Miss Erica Badu is mine.
Erica.
Yeah.
Erica.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
gotta give a
So
shout out
y'all,
to Miss Erica Badu. Shout out to that lady. I
yes.
love her.
Y'all
I love
got
her.
some people out of Texas.
Miss
I'll be
T,
like, okay.
she was so woke. She was woke before everybody else was woke. When I
Girl,
was still like,
everything
with my
Erica
switch
did.
stage, I didn't even understand
Everything
that song. Yeah, I didn't even understand that song, on and on until I got older and I
yeah.
started to understand what she was saying. That was she's like her three, she got three, 6 dimes and a nickel. I didn't understand
It's
none of that
confusing as a
365.
bitch.
And I what she was
But
saying. Most intellects do not believe in him,
yeah,
but call us by our names, but they fear us just as
just
they fear
the
us just the
same,
same, so call us by our
same.
name. Girl,
And
she was deep. This was deep.
yeah, look, a lot of times I didn't understand half the shit she was singing, but I was singing with that. She could have been devil worshiping. I probably would have been. I don't know,
Nah, she
but like
said
I like, she was
most
good. No,
intellects do
Erica's my
not believe
girl.
in him, but they fear us
Huh?
just the same. So call us by our
Yeah,
name. She was talking about,
yeah,
a sky daddy. And,
yeah.
they say the black man
Most
is God because of
intellectuals doing something. Yep,
yeah, most
yep. But
intellects
my
do not believe
girl,
in him,
but
but
my
they fear
girl
us
was
just the
Mary
same.
J. Blige.
Oh
My girl was
God.
Mary J. Blige.
The
And
child molester,
my
the child
favorite
molester,
group of all
the child molester,
why
the
you
child
call that
molester, Mary
child
J. Blige.
molester? Come
She
on now,
was. She
don't
was
do
child
that.
molesting. Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
Who was she molesting?
Devin the dude, and she never denied it neither. But Devin the dude came out and said he was 15 years old. And Mary J. Blige was every bit of 24 some years old. She called that young man up to her bedroom to have sex with her. Yeah, and she never denied it. and we always sweep that shit on the road. But had it
I
been
don't
like
even know who the fuck Devin the Dude is.
well, once you look up Devin the Dude, you will
I'm
know
gonna
who
look
he
him
is.
up.
He
You
sang on a lot of
psycho. You
the Death
blaspheming
Row.
right now. You blaspheming right now. Blasphemy
Now,
right
now I'm
now.
not blaspheming. Well, she is a child molester.
What? You know I gotta look it up. But you know
Yeah,
my favorite group of all time? My favorite group ain't nobody beating these bitches.
Missy, you got my
Ain't
number. We can always discuss this.
look,
She's a child
you
molester.
know, listen, look, you know ain't nobody beating these bitches. SWV. Fuck what you
Missy,
heard.
goodbye. Missy, stop it. Stop it.
SWV.
Stop it. Cut shit.
SWV. What y'all know about SWV?
Missy, cut shit. Cut shit, Missy.
You know what? I ain't even gotta hear a song on that shit. Just tell me when the album drop. I'll pick it up the second it drop.
What was that? I did like SWV though. Like I did. Remember they had
Girl,
everybody
girl,
kind of wearing them riding boots and them damn horse
let
pants.
me tell you something. Girl, you couldn't tell me I want Coco. My little sister is so beautiful. So beautiful. She always remind me of Coco. Because my little sister, she used to love to wear her nails long. Or she was into it, but she was a little girl. But I always
Uh-huh.
tell her, even to this day, I said, Coco, girl, you can't shit. Coco from SWV, one of my favorite singers. Girl, you better get together, little shit. I saw them at a concert recently. Was it last? It was last year or the year before last. We went to a concert or a couple of years ago, and they was standing right behind the little thing that they put the gate up, and they was standing on the side looking at 112 singing, and I was like, Lily, Taj, man, I lost my voice hollering for these bitches, man. They ignored the fuck out of me. I was like,
I love
God damn, everybody be ignoring me.
Stop it, Miss T. I love Escape though. I did love Escape. Did you love Escape? I love that one.
I liked them. I liked them. They was all right.
I love
But
Escape, especially that
SWV
first
is my
album. Just Kick It. That first album, Just Kick It. Man,
yeah, I got that album.
if you're my
yeah,
little
yeah,
secret, you're
yeah.
my little secret.
You're
That was my
my
shit, girl.
little secret. Look, ever since I burnt my throat, y'all, I can't even sing. And that's a hint and a half. Don't start smoking if you don't got to. That's my problem. I started
Girl, I can
smoking when I was in my 20s, and I quit off and on. I don't drink for shit, but I was
cigarette,
smoking.
cigarette.
I, I'm trying to, yeah, I used to smoke cigarettes back, but I've been stopped smoking cigarettes back in '07. But I smoked them little cigars in like 2018. I burnt the shit out of my throat. I can't
Was
even
it
carry
Beatties?
it to, and I was all, huh?
Was it Beatties?
No, I smoked a Swisher, no, a Black and
Oh,
Mild, and of course I smoked, and I burnt
yeah.
the shit out of my fucking throat, and I can't even carry a tune. But I was already messed up from when I had my thyroid removed when I was 24 because that was intertwined with my vocal cords. I ain't
Mm-hmm.
saying I was Beyonce. I ain't saying I was Whitney, but your girl could carry a tune or two. I could. Can't do that
Well,
shit no
girl,
more. I
I
sound
could never
horrible,
carry a
man.
song. I could never carry. I
You
sound like two alley cats fighting in the damn
mm.
alley. Yeah, I sound good and terrible. Sound like alley.
If sometimes I be telling I see how do y'all hear? Do y'all hear? My daughter sings every night. She be singing over there. She got one of them voices I think that's good for like Disney movies. Like
Mm-hmm.
she it be sounding beautiful. And my favorite song ever since she was a little girl that she used to sing was Yesterday by the Beatles. She sounds so pretty because she has a soft, serene voice. Mine's is not as soft, but I could carry a tune. You know what I'm saying? I can't scream. Like I said, when they touch your vocal cords, which trying to
Mm-hmm.
get my thyroid gland out of my neck, he had to just touch, gently touch. I had to learn how to talk again when I was
Oh
24.
wow.
So just to touch your insides, if somebody just touch your inside, man, that's why surgery and getting over surgery is so hard because just touching your insides can really damage you or fuck you up. But they was gently trying to pull my thyroid gland, which is shaped like a butterfly in your neck, but sometimes it depending on the person. Half of mine was intertwined with my vocal cords, so they was pulling on my
Hmm? Miss T, I think you froze, sis. Miss T, you frozen. Can y'all hear her? Miss T is frozen, y'all. My lady is frozen. My good sis, Miss T, Miss T, or maybe is my frozen? Don't know. I don't know what's going on. Don't know what's going on, y'all. She has AT&T like I do, though, y'all. AT&T sucks. If anybody has AT&T, y'all know how terrible AT&T is, don't you? It's terrible. I hate AT&T with the strongest passion. It's like the worst cable network ever, or internet. Y'all, I did not watch the Anthony Joshua fight because I knew he was going to lose. And y'all know I love me some Anthony Joshua, so I did not watch that fight. So nobody bring up that fight to me. Thank you very much. Because I love Anthony Joshua. That was going to be my future ex-baby daddy. But now he can't be my future ex-baby daddy no more. Because he lost it again. I did not watch that fight. Did anybody else watch that fight? But I knew he was going to lose, so I just decided to, not watch it. Like, yeah, I know that's probably petty or childish, but I didn't want to watch that fight. Because I love him. I love Anthony Joshua. There's other reasons why I didn't want to see that fight either, but I'm not going to take that. Certain people, I just don't like to see lose, whatever. So, yeah, didn't want to see that one. Mm-hmm. How do y'all think this fight with Shakur Stevenson and Lil Buddy's going to go this weekend? I think this is going to be a good test for Shakur. But you know what? Everybody thought, what's the dude? The dude he fought like the Marine, the Black Marine dude he fought. Like, I thought he was going to do better too, though. I can't think of Lil Buddy's name. I thought he was going to do better against Shakur too. But the way Shakur like annihilated him, not talking about Valdez, the one right before Valdez, but the way Shakur annihilated him, I was like, oh wow. I mean, I'm talking about like it was ridiculous. I'm like he completely like dismantled Lil Buddy. I was really shocked, completely shocked. Yeah, I was really shocked. But I love me some Shakur Stevenson, and I think out of all the fighters, him and Devin Haney is going to be like the fight too. That's going to really upset me, and I'm never going to watch that fight, y'all. Just letting y'all know, I'm never going to watch that fight. I don't want to see that fight. I hate the fact that I know they're going to have to fight someday, but I ain't going to watch it because I love them both. I love Devin and Shakur. Shakur reminds me so much of my son, y'all. Have y'all ever seen my baby boy, Richie? They look so much alike. My Richie looks just like Shakur. Well, is Shakur older? I think my son is older than Shakur by like a couple of days. I think Shakur's birthday is the 23rd, and my son's birthday is the 18th of June. Miss T. Y'all, I'm going to text her, see what happened. Text I texted her to see what's going on. So I don't know. Maybe she does. I think I'm about to leave too because I don't know what's going on. Well, love everybody. Have a good night.